Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Kaizen Esports stream. I'm JJ,
I'm Finny.
and today we're going to be bringing you a T2 mixed match, Space Jam versus Fool's Gambit. Would you like to kick us off with the bands here, Finny?
Yeah, so we've got four bands here. We've got Anna, Genji, Cass, and Tracer. The Cass Tracer ban is quite contradictory.
I agree with that
That's for
fully. Typically,
Tracer.
you'd want to keep that Cassidy for the Tracer, but, you know,
Or
two
vice
minutes is a problem.
versa. You'd want to ban the Cass if you want to play Tracer, but in this instance, both are banned. As for team comps, we're seeing quite a lot of brawl. We're seeing two Sims, which I imagine either is teleporting straight out of spawn or they want to utilize the very enclosed point.
Yeah, seeing some very interesting comps here. We're seeing the double speed comp here, actually, from Gambit with the Juno Lucio.
Yeah, double speed. Hopefully they use the speeds at different times instead of just both using it.
Alright, and it does look like, actually, that we are going to stick with the Symmetra here for the teleporter. Unfortunately, that Symmetra already getting picked off there by the Ramatra. The Orisa getting walled off, but it just wasn't enough to make the Orisa fall, and there goes the Sojourn actually getting picked off there by Mango as well.
Yeah, it was a really quick engage for them, getting them first two picks, just stopping the other team from being able to do anything. I mean, you don't really want to do a 3 versus 5.
Absolutely. Gambit all regrouped here and ready to fight, it looks like. And it looks like they're going to be rotating under to the point here. And it looks like they are looking to push point here with that teleporter, trying to force them to use abilities. We do see the Maywall come out and the Ramatra form. Mango falling very low and getting eliminated by the Symmetra there.
Yeah, I just think Space Jam really need to just kite it out now. There's a very bad stagger from the side of Space Jam there. I really like the rotation from Gambit, using the Sim TP to get him straight to the point, and making Space Gambit have to come to them instead. That's a great
Gambit
rotation from them.
A great rotation there. And we do see Space Jam here actually all grouped up and ready to fight once again. And they are going to try to do the same strat and force point out here. And we do see actually a really early pick from the Mei there onto the Symmetra. Line falling very low here, and we do see the Ramatra form come out once again, trying to force Gambit back.
And force them back they did.
We see both teams pretty even here on the point percentage already.
Is Ify watching?
You just see
Once
both
again,
teams
we're
just
gonna
waiting
see the
for a
teleporter
nice
come
rotation.
out here. And the Orisa ult actually, unfortunately not catching anyone in it. And we do see the Mei ult come out and unfortunately catch the Juno in it just barely. And the huge picks on that Mei Blizzard actually. Catching out 3 there.
Yeah, and only using the mail as well. So they still got 4 ults on the side of Space Jam. As for on the side of Gambit, they've got Soj and Lucio ult. So I'm expecting to probably see Lucio ult as the reaction to maybe Ram's ult. But it's looking very good for the side of Space Jam when it comes to ult economy. I mean, you could do the Kiri Soj, Kiri Ram. You could honestly do anything here. I'd probably try and get an early Kiri ult just to force them back a bit.
Absolutely. It looks like Gambit is once again going to try to go for this high ground teleport here, see if they can get any early picks out. They have only 7% left to touch the point, and we do see the Sojourn ult come out here. The rush comes out from space. And we do see both teams even here in a 3v3 fight. Line falling to that Sojourn ult. And Space is going to cap the first point.
Yeah, ultimately, I think it just came down to rotations. Like the rotations from both teams actually were really good. But then in the end, I just think Space Jam just had better ults. Obviously, we've seen the Orisa ult a bit too early, I think, previously, but it's looking promising for both sides, and it's looking to be a good game. So we've got our work cut out for us, JJ.
Pretty even fighting grounds it looks like here, and we are gonna see Suguru on the Symmetra here, probably most likely just looking for that teleport, 2 points, or out of spawn.
Yeah, and they're still running that double speed as well, which is interesting. I think the side of Gambit just need to try and get find their targets a bit quicker.
Absolutely, and we are going to see a really interesting, actually, rotate from Gambit here. Most teams would not choose to take that path. It looks like we're going to have a pretty slow fight here coming out. Unfortunately, Jester falling pretty early to Mango there. Gambit falling very low on the DPS line. Another pick from Mango there, and unfortunately the tank on Gambit's side does fall.
Yeah, I'm really liking how Space are playing. It seems like they're playing very much together. The sim utilization but from both teams has been really good. It's really just like creating that rotation for them. I'm really loving to see it, really.
It does seem like Space is almost like collapsing in on Gambit.
Yeah.
And we are going to see Gambit try and take this high ground here once again, but unfortunately it is a little difficult to play from that angle there.
My sentry was destroyed.
Both teams with the teleporter set up. Gambit does move the point here. Wafaru able to get an early pick onto Haku here. We're in a 3v5 in Space falling very, very low here. Gambit does get the point.
I was just going to bring up about using angles a bit more from the side of Gambit, but as soon as I was about to bring it up, they've just done it right in front of my eyes. So I feel like they need to keep doing that, keep this momentum going, and they could take this round.
Oh man, we were just notified someone redeemed greetings, so we gotta do the thing. You ready?
Yeah, 3, 2, 1. Greetings.
right in a big fight. All right, and we do see 2 ults come out here from Space. Onsoro able to get the pick onto XLR8 here. Both teams even. It is a 4v4. Line falling very low. Getting that Orisa ult out, though, it is cleansed and line does fall. The Sojourn ult coming out here from Gambit. Unfortunately, Gambit just falling there.
Yeah, I think unfortunately, they invested a bit too many ults there from the side of Gambit. Just like I said, like once your tank dies, it's kind of just like let's either die or just get out.
Yeah.
Especially when they got all 5. And like I just said, aside from Space Jam, they've got 3 ults, all that are very good. And however, from the side of Gambit, they've only got 2. So I'm maybe looking to see Kiri ults on both sides.
Yeah. It does put Gambit in a very, very awkward situation where they do only have the 2 ults, and actually XLR8 getting picked off super early there. Looking a little rough here. And it looks like we are going to see all of the ultis come out here, and Space take that second point actually with map 1 going to Space Jam.
Yeah, it was a great performance from both teams. I just think Gambit just need to take a few more angles and think about when they're going to use their ults a bit more. However, as I said earlier, it's looking very promising for both teams. Any standouts for you so far, JJ? I've got my few.
I think I'm gonna have to go with actually Mango. Mango has been securing a lot of early picks here for the team.
100%. Mine was also Suguru from Space on the May and also the Sim. And then
Yeah.
XLR as well on the Sim. I really like their rotation. Obviously, when you play a Sim, the Sim kind of tells you where you're going, kind of.
Yeah.
Um, so I've been really liking the Sims from both teams. So it's going to be very interesting to see if that will come in the future maps because normally Sims just played on all the control maps. But I do think, JJ, if I'm not mistaken, we are going to go to a break soon.
Yeah, so we will be back shortly here. Hello everybody and welcome back. We are on map 2 here and we are actually going to Hollywood. Me and Finny actually have some very choice words on this map.
Yeah, especially when you've got the options of Blizzard World and King's Row. However, though, I did bring up a point about it could be a bit of strategy. Like, no one's going to pick Hollywood, so one team might just learn Hollywood as like the, the like deciding factor.
This is so true. I just hate this map. This map is terrible.
Oh, okay.
Esports.
Biolite has such potential for
So we've got the Doom, a bit more of like a bunker type thing, except with a Doom. You know, they've got the Doom, the Torb, the Bastion, the Lifeweaver Mercy, and then from the other side, they're doing a lot more poke, which is very interesting to see. We have got some bans though, JJ.
Yeah, would you like to talk about those?
I so would. We've got Ram, Lucio, Ashe, and Kiri. I thought with the Kiri ban they were going to try and force an Ana, but apparently not.
Oh, we do see some spots here. I guess they were just trolling us.
Oh, they were just trolling us. Okay.
Alright, we are gonna see the symmetry here again for that TP, and Blind getting picked off right off the bat here. That's a little unfortunate. Looks like Gambit's gonna have to wait a minute for their tank to come back now. And we are gonna see the Freya.
You don't want to get your tank picked off straight away. Yeah, you have to wait as well.
Absolutely, and we are going to see the Freya try and get some picks here, but unfortunately it's a little difficult with all of space just on the high ground there. Gambit's tank looking to go around here. A little separated from their team now, looking to take the high ground here. Gambit now able to get on this high ground. Try and rotate onto space here. Unfortunately, Waparu getting picked out by Mango there. Blind falling very low, but does not get out, unfortunately. Gambit very split here. Has to be very careful how they get out, and unfortunately, all of Gambit just following here with some staggers. Looking very, very good for space here, as no one has died yet. We do see XLR8 with this Freya ult on the ready here. See if we can get any early picks here.
Yeah, it was a great rotation for Gambit, like forced them off the high ground. Unfortunately, they just couldn't act on the picks. But it's what you need to do in Hollywood: get them off the high ground and try and control it.
And we are gonna see actually the Diva swap here, that's gonna make it a little bit easier to dive onto them. And we do see XLR8 with that pick onto the Alari. And we do see the Freya ult come out here, unfortunately, no one getting caught in it. And it looks like Gambit is able to collapse onto space here. The tank getting caught out in a really awkward position. And it looks like Gambit is gonna be able to cap this point here.
Yeah, that was great from Gambit. The Freya getting that initial pick and then them just jumping on their team. It's what they need to do, just act fast, really fast, which is what I didn't really see much from last map, but it's great to see it now. The swap to Diva was a great pick as well, especially with a poke heavy comp. You know, the defense matrix just stopping them from getting as much poke as they want to get.
Absolutely, also helps force some space out. Speaking of space, we do see almost full ults here from the team, with Gambit also approaching about 3 of their ults here. Space is looking to make a move and push onto Gambit. And it looks like Space is going to be looking to play the high ground, waiting for Gambit to push up a little bit further so they can get those angles. Unfortunately, Space Jam's back piece getting a little caught out there and pushed off the top. Does barely survive. We do see the trades come out, both teams in a 4v4. Now 4v3 actually, unfortunately, the Genji ult trying to come through but just not doing anything.
Yeah, a lot of ults there. But from both sides, you still have quite a few ults that they can still use here, like the back window with a bit of Soul ult as well. Especially with this high ground, that is what Hollywood is. There's a lot of high ground. You can really utilize back ult here. as for the side of Gambit, I might see a bit of a Freya roll, maybe with a Juno, just to engage.
We are gonna see Gambit here look to possibly take this high ground instead.
Yeah, it's essential really. If one team's just holding its high ground, it's really hard to push through it without just taking over the high ground.
And unfortunately, XLR8 just getting picked off early there by the BAP. The BAP just on a killing streak, holy smokes!
Yeah, the BAP's popping off.
Third DPS here. And it looks like Gambit is gonna have to wait a minute for the team to be able to regroup. We once again do see a very even ult economy here. Gambit just looking to play this pretty slow, hopefully get an early pick here. We are gonna see them take this high ground, and we do see the Juno ult come out here and the window actually. The Freya ult coming out and catching two actually. Gambit does continue to push the point here. They did use quite a few ults, unfortunately.
Yeah, and that Freya ult was huge as well, picking off two.
Through the window.
Yeah, through the window as well. I've not seen that before. And they're going to get a huge dagger as well onto Mango.
Mango in a really bad position.
Yeah. I think from the last fight he didn't die, so he just got caught out on the way back.
And we are going to see the Diva Bomb come out here. Catching out two, actually. Very good Diva Bomb. Gambit is able to push to the second point here. And they do have 2 minutes in, 20 seconds remaining on the clock to get this third point.
Yeah, they played that really well. They took over the high ground, and they invested quite a few ults, but when both teams invest so many ults, it's if your team comes out on top, it's a great benefit for yous. And then that Diva Bomb, I was just aura farming at that point. Getting two.
Gotta flex a little bit.
Yeah, it's great from them though. It's completely shut down the back window.
And unfortunately, the Freya does fall a bit early there, and we do see the Freya all actually come out from space. Gambit a little split here. It is a 5v3. The Alari all actually coming out, but unfortunately not catching anyone in it. And they are choosing to actually stagger the baby Diva here.
Oh no, poor baby Diva.
What a good stagger there from space.
One thing I really like to see from the side of space is that they're so good at being able to take back momentum. It's every time you think Gambit's gonna full push it, they just stop them in their track straight away. And we are seeing the Sig mirror here. I completely think this is great for this last point. A lot of poke damage is just causing Foul Gambit for so much issues.
Absolutely. Space just having very great positioning here, able to play that high ground. They get that advantage. Gambit waiting for their tank to get back. Looks like they're gonna try and take left this time. We do see the Sigma ult finally come out, but he does get rocked out of it with Blind Very surviving. We do see both Bats use E more, neutralizing the ult, and we do see the Blade also come out, catching out two here. And a third one is caught out by Wafaru.
That's Sig Rock. Oh my god, that was amazing.
That was a great rock, yeah.
That was cinema. If I was blind, I would clip that. But ult-wise, that was great. Foul Gambit, I mean, investing 3 ults, but you know, they still won the fight, which is better than not winning. And it's looking like the Sig is really working out for them.
Space with almost full ults here. They are in OT, and Gambit is going to need to push this point. And we do have the Visor come out here. Both teams even in the 4v4. Heavy Rigatoni catching out too. We do have the Ilaria ult and the window come out. And it looks like Space is able to retake this payload. And we are heading to the next round.
Yeah, that was a great push from Fool's Gambit. As I said, just trying to take control of the high ground on second point and first point, and then just, you know, keeping the momentum going to the third point. Some great plays as well. Like, I mean, that Sig Rock, I'm not over that yet.
I know, that was such a good rock.
And these Genji ults have been really good as well. I've seen from Wafaru?
Wakaru, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Very, definitely a standout in this map from the side of Gambit. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they do on defense now. We are seeing a Widow come out from the side of Space, and then also an Ana, a bit of the Ana break. So they might want to try and stop any like dive. You know, Ana break is great for a counter dive.
I'm very excited to see what type of antis we're gonna have here, if any. Could be very, very detrimental.
Yeah, especially like the perfect anti. It just allows your tank to just jump in on the anti-targets.
Exactly.
Well,
what
as
you
you see,
see. Yeah, the Winston.
yeah, we've seen a lot of back and two from both teams.
Alright, and we are gonna actually see the Hanzo here instead of the Widowmaker. Hopefully trying to get a little more spam damage. Space already looking to take the high ground here. The D.Va able to collapse onto that monkey, actually, already getting a really early pick onto Gambit. Two already falling on their side. Space is already looking to cap this point quickly.
Yeah, it's looking like a quick cap for the side of Space.
And unfortunately, that monkey just got caught out really, really early there.
Yeah, I think it was from, I think Genji reflected the anti-nades.
Oh, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah, which is great from the Genji though. Just enabling the D.Va to just jump onto the Winston straight away, and it's also helping their ult economy for the side of Space. I mean, they're already halfway through all their ults, so it's going to be quite interesting how they fight that. I mean, they've got the same, I'm assuming, from on the side of Gambit. I'm assuming just for the Genji and the D.Va. It's a great pick for them.
Absolutely. Mango really trying to look to make some space here, while the Ana pushes the payload, really just trying to play out for the ulties. And we do see the Winston jump in here and try and get some damage. Gambit falling very, very low here. We do see the Genji Blade come out from Suguru, and then unfortunately he does die to the Symmetra turret. Both teams pretty even, but Gambit really, really low here. Space Station, or Space Jam. Sorry, I keep calling them Space Station. They're just that good. Able to take the point back here.
Heavy switching over to the Tracer seems to be very good for them. Getting a lot of them picks, just cleaning up really. That's what Tracer kind of does. The rest do the damage and Tracer just comes in and cleans up for them. Which is essentially just what they've done.
And we are going to see the BAP window come out here. We do have Nano at the ready, and we do have D.Va Bomb ready as well. Gambit also approaching their ult. Space is able to secure 3 kills there. And it looks like we are going to be able to get to the second point.
Yeah, Mango on this D.Va is just creating so much space for Space. And especially with the Tracer also distracting them as well. Just allowing the D.Va just to push up a bit more because they're also focused on the Tracer. Ult-wise, I'm expecting to see Nano come out soon. But it's looking like Mango just got a pick an XLR there.
Space with such good dive coordination, each of them diving the same exact target makes it really difficult for Gambit to be able to play.
And they're also diving in from so many different angles as well. It's hard in that situation.
And we are going to see the D.Va Bomb come out here and not catch out anyone, it looks like. Ruby Rigatoni able to secure actually 2 kills there, and we do see the Nano come out, but it is not gonna do anything. Just a stun on him. Pretty little look. And it looks like Space is going to be taking map 2 here.
Yeah, I think Space just fell into the rhythm really. Like just their dive here is clearly what they're really strong at. Like you said, they're just getting them angles on people. I really hope I can see here with this Freya that the ult through the window. Oh, it's not, unfortunately. Yeah.
Now I am gonna have to say that was some really good BAP playing there from On Zero.
100%. The BAP from Manzuro was just getting the picks necessary, doing so much damage. The windows were great. Definitely someone to look out for in this tournament. Wafaru and the Genji as well. That was really great to
Yes.
see. The huge ults. I'm sorry, I'm still not over this. Blind on that Sig, hitting that ult. Oh my
That was a
god.
good rock.
Honestly, like I said, like although it's 2-0 to Space, the games have been very back and two. I just think it was unfortunate for Gambit here. They just couldn't take that momentum back on defense there. But if once again, I think we are about to go to another break.
Yeah, we will be back shortly here.
Don't miss it.
All right, everyone, and we are back, and it looks like we're going to be going to Rialto here for map 3. Finny, would you like to let us know about the bans?
Yeah, so for the bans, we have Tracer, Orisa, Genji, and Bap. I think we all know why these bans happened. I mean, Rigatoni on that Tracer, and then what's it? Ans on the Bap as well, and same for the Genji as well. Wafaru on that Genji was doing so much with them ults as well. So a bit of target banning, I think I see here. But it's going to be interesting to see what they do now with the no Tracer, no Bap, no Genji. So yeah, it'd be nice to see. But it's looking like, sorry.
No, I was just going to say we are seeing some interesting comps here, actually, from both teams.
Yeah, with the Winston and the Pharah Mercy. I'm assuming that's going to be a pharmacy. Not a lot of dive potential with the Winston though. Like people to follow up with him.
Yeah.
But we're seeing a bit more of like a pokey side from the side of Gambit. So it's going to be interesting to see how that Pharah goes against that Widow.
And Subaru already going to be able to get a very early pick here onto XLR8. The Winston looking to create a distraction onto that Sigma. Mango is able to actually pick off the Widowmaker as well. Gambit unfortunately down both DPS and now both supports also, and their tank unfortunately just having to jump off the map there.
So just the pharmacy, and again, just getting that pick again. I definitely think you need to sort that out before you even move.
Absolutely. Space just RB absolutely dominating, just trying to hold them in their spawn for as long as possible. Mango falling pretty low there. Looks like we got another greetings. Alright. I'll wait for me to get back here.
Oh, 3, 2, 1.
Greetings!
Greetings! Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize I was on mute there. This pharmacy is doing absolutely bits for them, just getting them initial picks straight away. It's very great to see. I think what they need to do is try and single out the pharmacy before they can engage.
Gotta look at that Mercy first before the Pharah.
Definitely.
Unfortunately, XLR8 trying to take that duel and unfortunately losing. Mango gonna try to hop on the other DPS here. They have pushed the payload very far, uncontested so far.
Yeah, as I said earlier, just what they need to do is get rid of that Mercy, and then the Pharah will be so much easier to deal with.
And it looks like we are going to see the Echo come out here from XLR8. XLR8 doing their best to try and take care of this farm Mercy. And we do see 2 ults actually here ready. And we do see actually XLR8 get the Mercy there, which was very needed for the team. Space almost to the second point already, though. They do end up capping 5.5 minutes already. Heavy Rigatoni taking space there for the team to be able to push up even further.
Yeah, they're just all over Gambit here. They've got loads of ults as well ready for the next fight. I'm thinking the cast might try and single out the Mercy and the Pharah here with their ult. But what Space seem to be doing is keeping one on point and the rest just push up like heavily.
Looking a little scary here for Gambit though. We do see the Pharah ult come out and actually pick out one here, which Mango is able to follow up. We do see the Pharah almost fall there, but barely escaping with their life.
And then the res on the Juno as well. Not on the Juno, sorry. The Mercy res.
Mango going on a little sneaky back damage there. We do see the Kitsune come out here, and Mango does fall to it. We do see the High Noon finally come out with the boosted speed here. Both teams pretty even. And And it looks like Gambit might be able to hold them off. Space doing their best to try and push this point just a little bit more. The Diva Bomb finally coming out. Unfortunately, oh! Mango getting the ult off just in time and being able to survive there. Just hanging on by 15 HP, falls to Walkthrough. And it looks like Gambit is going to be able to retake this point with 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Space does only have to push 2.55 meters.
Yeah, great final defense there for Gambit. Forcing out a lot of ults as well. Just making sure that they just don't get that final push. Will they be able to hold it for 3 minutes? I can't tell you, JJ, but it could happen.
It could happen. We did see actually the switch from Diva onto the Ramattra here, which might be a little more beneficial for the team with that shield.
And also just like being able to stay more with the team as well.
Yes.
Because absolutely with a dive, it's trying to pick out the last people.
We do have the Juno ult come out here, but unfortunately Gambit just is getting picked off one by one. We do have the Pharah ult come out here. The Juno, the only one contesting point. If the Illari can get the Juno, then they're going to be able to push up, and it looks like they are going to cap the objective here with 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining on the clock. It's going to be a little tough for Gambit to push in that time.
Yeah, I think what Gambit needs to do now is run a very anti-dive comp. You see they're very comfortable in that Winston dive. I'd probably try and maybe stick the Ram and maybe throw a Reaper in there. Just to stop them just getting dove so much. What Space are really good at is like singling out a certain target that is maybe not with the team. Maybe on an off angle, you know, trying to get a different angle, but they're really good at catching them out straight away. Suguru and that Pharah, the Mercy, just backing them so much.
Absolutely, and I think it might be good for Gambit to possibly mirror the Mercy here and maybe do a pocket Echo, as Echo does usually deal with the Pharahs.
Yeah, or like the pocket Ash that they've got now as well. Just some more help with that Pharah. As you've seen earlier, that Pharah with the Mercy is very dominant.
Yes, just absolutely running the team, unfortunately.
Yeah, so I think I agree. I think maybe mirroring the Mercy here might be the play.
And we are gonna see we are gonna see a switch onto Sombra actually.
A good pick, really. Hacking the Pharah maybe when she's in mid-air, hacking the Mercy.
And it looks like Gambit is really just gonna try and play their angles here and get this payload pushed up, possibly letting Space come to them. Also not giving that Widowmaker really any angles to be able to click some heads, so Widow is gonna back up and try and look for some picks. Haku getting picked off pretty early there by the Lucio and the Ramattra. But it does get traded there.
Rigatoni getting the pick on the Sombra as well. I mean, I personally love to see a Widow as a fellow Widow player.
I wish I could play Widow.
Oh, there's nothing better than just hearing that headshot noise. Puts me to sleep at night.
Alright, and it looks like the Sombra was going to try and hack the Diva there, but unfortunately just not able to get it off. It looks like Gambit is pretty split here.
I really like the Zen play here from Gambit though with the Discord Orb.
I do too. Discord Orb is very good onto that Pharah and that Diva. And Gambit a little split here. They are able to get that hack off onto the Mercy. The Mercy escaping with half of her life. She's won! Oh, and the Sombra does get her, but unfortunately does fall as well.
Definitely a good trade there. The Pharah is a bit more vulnerable now.
The payload is not moving.
Gambit doing their best to try and take care of this Pharah. Pharah just falling in the water, out of boost.
Let's go for a swim.
Do the fishies. And Chosen does get the Widowmaker there.
Yeah, what Faith needs to do. Oh, and a huge pick from Wafaru onto the Illari there.
And we do see the Widow Mirror go away. Heavy Rigatoni switching to that Soldier 76 to try and deal with more of that Sombra.
I think they found a way to deal with this Pharah a bit better, so I think the Pharah just need to get the roll out and probably swap here.
Absolutely, and it looks like the Pharah was trying to go on a little flank there, but...
Might get caught out here. Yeah.
Suguru just choosing to go for another little swim, realizing they're not going to be able to get out of there. And we do
Listen,
have the
someone's got to look
Zenyatta
after the
ult.
fish.
That's true. Gotta make sure they're breathing okay, you know?
Exactly, exactly.
And we do have the Alari ult come out here with the Zenyatta ult to counter it. Both teams in an ult fight here. Suguru able to catch out two with the Pharah barrage. Suguru catching out a third, actually. With Gambit choosing to jump off the map and just try to refight.
Good, everyone's going swimming with the fishes right now, aren't they? It's great for the side of Gambit here. Although they lost the fight, they've got 3 ults here, 3 very good ults as well. Maybe you might see a bit of the Sombra Ram combination, you know, with the EMP and then the Ram's ult as well.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what they'll do here. They do have 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to be able to push this. And it is looking pretty good for them. Like you said, Finny, they do have a very good ult economy here.
Yeah.
They're just
We're
looking
also
for
seeing
any opening.
We're also seeing a Suguru swap to the Sombra as well. I agree with Nick a lot. I mean, that Sombra was doing a lot for the side of Gambit. So just trying to mirror it. And Haiku getting 2 picks there.
Yeah, Space's supports with all those picks right there, being able to get off and get 3 themselves. Unfortunately, Gambit does have to reback again.
You're mine now.
Well, what Space is trying to do, just try and build their ult economy so they can have a bit more of a leg to stand on when it comes to Gambit's ults as well.
Lily and Mango might be in trouble here. Ooh, Haku able to get that pick onto Waparu there. It looks like Mingo might actually be able to get out with their life here.
And the Sombra virus
Thanks for the heal.
as well,
Hurting
getting
each
both
other.
Sombras. Yeah. Though I do think that for the side of Gambit, they will get their Sombra back a bit faster than the side of Space.
Yes, and Space is actually using some ults here. Oh, and Heavy Rigatoni does cancel the B actually there, and we do see the Sombra EMP come out, and both teams are pretty even. We do have the Ramatra ult also come out.
Feels good, huh?
Not doing much, it looks like here. Both teams actually pretty even still. We do have the Diva Bomb come out for the Remak here. Able to catch out that Ramatra just barely as he was going to jump off into the water again. And it is looking a little scary here for Gambit as they do only have 1 ult here for this upcoming fight. We do see the swap onto the Sojourn and the Diva. Space still does have 2 ults for the ready.
Yeah, just Mango just holding down the fort. I mean, using the Diva ult as a remake, I think is the best way to use it in my opinion. But we are seeing the Diva mirror though, and an early Zen ult here.
Interesting Zen ult here. Maybe a Fat Finger?
I think so.
Happens.
Very
And unfortunately,
unfortunate.
Blind getting unmexed here. Looking to try and stagger them. Gambit with 20 seconds remaining on the clock. They need to be able to push this payload to that checkpoint.
Feeling much.
And
However,
we still
they-
do have both ults there from Space.
Yeah, both support ult and Sombra ult as well. It's gonna be very interesting to see how Gambit do this. They just need to try and get to the point as fast as they can.
And the EMP does come out. It's a very large EMP catching 3, and we do have the Alari ult also come out there. And we do see the Curie ult come out there, and it looks like it is only going to be Blind here on this payload. And unfortunately, it looks like Gambit is just not going to be able to cap that next point there. With Space winning the 3rd map, giving them the series.
Yeah, it was a great effort from the side of Gambit. As I said earlier, it wasn't a complete role. They really put up a great fight. It's just unfortunate that they weren't able to get momentum at certain points.
Absolutely. I think I will start off with Space's MVP here. I think it's gotta go to Mango. Mango just playing such a great tank all game. I couldn't really pick like, I guess probably Diva actually. Their Diva was very good. They created so much space for them.
Yeah, I'm not even going to argue with you on that one. I completely agree. I was going to say the exact same thing. Their diva just creating so much space. Definitely a shout out though to Suguru though on that Farah and Haku for the Mercy as well.
Absolutely.
Um, but yes, I do agree. I think Mango for the diva. As for the side of Gambit, I'm going to say Wafaru for the cast.
Okay.
Um, when they played cast, they were just getting them picks that were needed, especially in this map. Could argue though, maybe the Sombra as well from XRL, but I do think Waffru throughout all three were just doing quite a lot for
Yes.
Gambit.
Wafuru also for that Genji, very good picks, able to play those angles
Oh, the
very
Genji
well.
as well. Oh my
Yes.
God. No, I would give it for the Genji. You're so right.
All
The
right,
Genji
and I
ults
think
were absolutely amazing. Though I
yes.
again I'm giving a shout out to Blind for that Sig Rock.
That was a really good Sig Rock, just basketball on him. Ball on him.
Take a
All
shot
right.
challenge for how many times I talk about that Sig Rock.
And I think that is gonna be it from us here. Don't forget to follow us on like every social media, especially here on Twitch, so you can see our streams. But you can catch us next time.